It's the Carolina
It's
cook,
the
cooking the
Carolina
Carolinas,
cook, cooking the
liners,
Carolinas.
liners.
Rock and roll to the roll to rock. Say I'm cooking in the kitchen, it just don't stop. Rock and roll to the roll to rock. Say I'm cooking in the kitchen, it just don't stop.
Cooking is my specialty. Getting dirty in the kitchen like ODB. Turning these groceries into delicacies. The Carolina cook got the recipes. The Carolina cook got the recipes. The Carolina cook got the recipes. It's the Carolina Cook Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. What's up, South Carolina? YouTube, everyone who's watching. This is Chef Anthony Albritton, the Carolina Cook, cooking the Carolinas, episode 35. Cooking on the fly. Sometimes cooking is a spur of the moment thing. In this episode, I will be doing just something I pull out the hat. I'm sure it exists, but this will be my first time doing it, you know. That's basically going to be not oyster. I've done oyster and shrimp Rockefeller before in one video. This video, I'll be doing Rockefeller lobster Rockefeller. All right. And I'm going to use my leftover red skin mashed potatoes. You know, I had a lot left over, so I had to do something with these leftovers. So I'm serving that. And that's the thing. I like the versatility of mashed potatoes. They can go with just about any seafood dish or any dish, period. You know, so I'm going to throw some leftover red skin mashed potatoes in there. So you're going to have to go to the other video to see how I made that, which is the previous episode, episode 34. So you don't have to look far. Okay?
Oh, girl. Don't look any further.
And I will be doing roasted asparagus. Okay?
Grandma says these yana the ingredients.
Grandma don't look too grandma like today. All right, y'all, I'm getting ready to prep these lobsters. What I'm going to try to do, I hope that my chef knife does the trick. I'm going to cut these lobsters straight down the middle, cut them in half.
Smell like sardines.
He said this female lobster smell like sardines. So
there we have it,
she wasn't really keeping up with her
that's
feminine hygiene.
Listen, that's actually raw. Eggs. All right, y'all, I got that one cut down the middle. I'm going to do the same. Get off my lobster. You can go now, because you be knocking stuff over and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I got something for you. Get back here. Don't hide behind the pallets. Come on. I'll snap your nose off. Okay, lobster number 2 is cut. I gotta make sure I clean the chimney out. The poop chute. Performing colonic hypertherapy on the lobster. All right, y'all, so I'm basically gonna make a quick Rockefeller for my oyster. I'm not gonna do stove top. I'm gonna melt it all together though. Hit it with some Worcestershire. That's my butter sauce with my seafood boil seasoning mix in it. Yeah, I just plugged myself. Boy, go get us some Worcestershire sauce.
Boy, get us some Worcestershire sauce.
I'm gonna add Parmesan to it. Then I'm gonna add my spinach to it. And I'm gonna go ahead and melt this cheese in it real quick. All right, now I'm gonna add some, I've pretty much melted it. I'm gonna add some balsamic vinegar to it.
Balsamic vinegar.
Just a little dibby dabber. Add some breadcrumbs to it. All right, now it's time to add this to my lobster tails. All right, the Rockefeller is complete. The Rockefeller is complete. Now I'm gonna stick them under the broiler. Let that cook down. Then we're gonna take them out and add a little more Parmesan cheese. Probably some more breadcrumbs. That is totally optional. I just want more. Broiler's on high. I'm gonna stick them in there under the broiler for about 5 minutes. All right, y'all. I slapped some more cheese and breadcrumbs on them. Now we're gonna slap them back under the broiler one more time. Let them melt. They almost got away from me. But this time I got to keep a closer eye on them. Because you want them at least 3 inches under the broiler. But I think I had them a little closer than that. Got them a little closer than that. So I got to keep my eyes on them. Okay, now that the lobster is done, I'm going to prepare the asparagus to be roasted. So basically these inedible, I just dropped the whole asparagus on the floor. We've been eating off the floor our whole lives, but something about eating off somebody else's floor we will not do. Knowingly, that is. The inedible ends, you want to cut those
Like
off.
a person that don't mean you know
Now
good.
that the asparagus is prepped, I'm basically going to hit them with some oil. Make sure I drizzle the pan with oil as well. Then I'm going to hit them with some garlic powder. Real heavy, because you want them flavorful. So don't be scared. But don't be too brave either. But don't be scared. Yes. Then I'm going to hit them with some onion powder. Okay.
And I forgot to add, hit them with some salt and pepper.
All right. And I'm going to hit them with some of this, some of the Gravy Master. That's good for seasoning, browning, and caramelization.
Y'all, the only reason I'm using this Gravy Master is because I bought it to try it out. That's it.
I'm just cooking on the fly. I don't know how that's going to turn out, okay? I have the asparagus in the oven. The cooking time varies based on the size of the asparagus and the consistency that you want your asparagus to be, okay? So it's on you how crispy or how tender you want them. So you keep an eye on them and stop them, pull them out of the oven when they reach whatever consistency you want. All right, I'm going to stop my asparagus right here at this consistency, nice and tender and flavorful. Then I'm just going to turn the oven off that I had preheated to 400 and just let them continue to sit in. All right, y'all, while the asparagus is going, I'm going to get started on a Parmesan cheese sauce. Should I make a butter sauce or a cheese sauce? The butter sauce. All right, change your plans, y'all. Darn. Instead of making cheese sauce. You sure? So you don't want cheese on your asparagus? Like, like how broccoli and cheese be?
Yeah, no.
So you want the butter sauce?
Yes!
Okay, y'all. The boss has spoken. So I can just turn this stove off and make a quick butter sauce. And y'all, I'm basically going to warm up yesterday's red skin mashed potatoes.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all, with my butter sauce. Y'all seen me make it a million times. Chef Anthony Seafood Boil. Self-promotion. Don't wait on nobody else to do it.
Oh my God.
Let me shake it up, make sure everything evenly dispersed in there. Put that on the butter. And with this seasoning, it's versatile, so you can pretty much add what you want to it. So I'm gonna add some green onions. And we're gonna melt this down to pour over the asparagus and the lobster. You can pour or dip this sauce, but you might end up drinking it though. All right, and as you can see, that's the versatility of my seafood seasoning. You apply it to the butter, then you just add your own touch to it. So in this case, I put a little green onions in it. All right, so right now everything is done. So I'm getting ready to plate up and present a plate. You know the long plates I was about to buy that day? Didn't buy them? That's what I need right now in this situation. Now I got to make a little round plate work. So y'all forgive me for that.
On James and Florida Evans, sprinkle, sprinkle that seasoning, make it taste like heaven. Sprinkle, sprinkle that seasoning, make it taste like heaven. Sprinkle, sprinkle that seasoning, make it taste like heaven. Sprinkle, sprinkle that seasoning, make it taste like heaven.
Lobster Rockefeller, asparagus, red skin potatoes, lobster resting on a bed of spinach, resting in peace on a bed of spinach. I pretty much laid this lobster to rest real nicely. That's what it is, I hope it had its beneficiaries in order, a life insurance policy, and all that stuff is straight.
Niggas go to Carolina, cook in the Carolinas. I'm from the South, where everybody from your moms to your aunts cook like they own restaurants. That's how it tastes. The food is sold like the spinners in Delphonics, like the Earth's 10 tonics. I got plates, and they might get you dicky in the weights from stuffing your face. My kitchen is my outer space, yo. I'm like an astronaut. When it comes to chefing, yo, I'm a juggernaut.
There you go, fine sir. Fine diner. Hmm?
How the heck do I even eat this?
I need to record you eating. You can't.
I don't know how to eat this.
You just stick your fork inside of the lobster and pull the meat out of the tail. See that? That's meat in the tail.
I don't think.
And I'm sure you're not gonna eat the head part, so you just want to focus on the tail.
Why won't we eat the head part?
You might not like it. Stick the fork in there and pull the meat out.
I can't do this.
I can't eat this change real quick once I deshelled this lobster for him. Why you eating my lobster? This the same lobster you said you didn't want any of. Don't talk to nobody when they're eating good food because they will not speak English to you. Don't believe me? Watch this. It's good? Huh? Huh? Is it good or nasty?
No.
Delicious? Dog, you acting like you went to heaven. Translation, this lobster will make you slap your chef.